All right, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about angles and triangles, but before we can do that, we need to talk about the different types of triangles. So there's triangles based on sides, and then there's triangles based on angles. When you name them, you have to choose one from each. You can't just say it's scalene. You have to choose one from each, okay? So scalene has no equal sides. Isosceles has 2 equal sides, and equilateral has 3 equal sides. So that's how you name things based on their sides. You know things will be equal if you see tick marks. Then tick marks show they're equal. Angles, you can have an acute triangle, which has 3 acute angles. You can have a right triangle that has 1 right angle. And you can have an obtuse triangle, which has 1 big angle. The other type of angle is called equiangular. I did not make that up, angular. If it's equiangular, it's also equilateral because 3 equal sides means it has to have 3 equal angles. All right, so let's look at numbers 1, 2, and 3. We will have to go back and name things based on these up here, okay? When we look at triangle ADC, I really think it's easier if we separate it and draw it without the other triangles there. So ADC, there is a right angle box. There are tick marks, but it's not on the whole side of a triangle, so I'm not going to write them. So based on this, based on the sides, I have no tick marks on that triangle, so this is scalene. And it has a right angle box, so this is right. So it's a scalene right or a right scalene triangle. Okay, so let's change colors for this next one. BDC is this one here. BDC. I do have tick marks on this, so I can write that. And this right angle box here is for that whole one, and I don't have that whole angle there, so I can't write that right angle box. So this one, since there's 2 tick marks, it's isosceles. But then if you notice, this is a big angle, so it's obtuse. Okay. Last one I have, I'm going to change colors one more time, is BDA. So that's this triangle that's kind of to the side. I do have a tick mark here, but I don't know about anything else. And so I can't say that anything's equal, so this is scalene. And these 3 angles are all acute, so it's an acute scalene triangle. So that's how you identify names, is you do one of each. Okay. The next thing is triangle sum. The rule is that the 3 angles, so if this is 100 and this is 50, this has to be 30. The 3 angles of a triangle equal 180, and that's the rule. So you have to remember angles equal 180. So we have 2 examples to do down here. So if I'm missing this angle, this is x. So I can say x plus a second angle, 42, plus the third angle, 27, has to equal 180. So I'm going to combine my 42 and 27 to get 69. And I subtract from 180 on both sides. So x is 111. So that angle up top is 111. So again, you add your angles and then you set them equal to 180. Before we do number 5, I'm going to draw another one that I'd like you to try. Let's say this is 6. So sometimes you're going to have more than just a blank angle. You're going to have variables. But again, it's just the rule of the 3 small angles add up to 180. So the first angle is x plus 5. The second angle is 2x. And the third angle is 21. All of those have to equal 180. And so I'm going to combine my terms, and I get 3x plus 26 is 180. I'm going to minus 26 on both sides. So I get 3x is 154. and I'm going to divide by 3. And it doesn't go in evenly, but that's okay. So it's 51.3. And that's the answer. But again, 3 angles add up to 180. So you need to set all 3 angles, add them up to equal 180. All right, let's go back and look at number 5. Number 5 is tricky because it has a couple things. I don't have enough information to find all these blanks. But if you do notice, I have an angle here that makes a line. I have a linear pair. And linear pairs are 180 minus that other number. So this is 57. Now what I hope you see is that I have a triangle right here. And inside that triangle, the 3 angles have to equal 180. So I'm going to say that this angle is x. Where are we at? So then x plus 75 plus my other inside angle, 57, is 180. So I'm going to add 57 plus 75, and I'm going to get 132. And I'm going to subtract 180 from 180, and I'm going to get 48. So this angle here is 48, so I can put a 48 here. Now I still have one more blank angle, so I'll change colors again. But if you notice, these make a line. So since that's a linear pair, I could do 180 minus 48. And so this outside angle is 132. So you're going to have a lot of problems where you're looking for sum of angles. And remember, the 3 angles of a triangle have to add up to 180. The other thing you have to remember is when you're naming angles or triangles, you have to get one name from the sides and one name based on the angles.